Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Tuesday afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. Another beautiful day out there.
It is beautiful.
Have you seen all the Buc-ee's around town?
Oh, yeah, that's been fun.
They're coming to an end.
That's right. It ends tomorrow, actually, and we'll find out what they're going to do with all of the Buc-ee on Parade statues in a live report in just a little bit. Oh,
What?
sorry, my mic's not on. Yeah, it is, actually. It is on.
It's clicky.
Sorry about that. Is that better? Can you hear me? Now you can hear me? Okay.
It's on. It's unplugged.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for the assist.
Get a little extra pay now.
Yeah.
All right, let's move along. Here's what's making news on this Tuesday. Hurricane Florence continues to bear down on the East Coast, and President Trump declares a state of emergency for North and South Carolina and Virginia.
A judge orders a Badger football player to face trial on sexual assault charges.
And the nation pauses to note the 17th anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks on the United States on this Patriots Day.
Let's take a look outside today. Another beautiful day here. Bright blue sky.
Yeah, look at that. Whatever that is. It's pretty.
Very pretty.
Sun shining, and it is staying pleasant. And the always pleasant Dana Fulton is in the backyard weather patio with the details on that.
Yes, it's just a little breezy right now, but otherwise nice. I just don't have any complaints about what we've experienced so far this week. It's been a lovely Tuesday. I hope you've also been able to get outside and enjoy the weather a little bit. Here's a live look here from the WISC-TV sky cam. Another clear day, just a few clouds for us, but otherwise sun and that blue sky throughout central and southern Wisconsin. No rain threats for us at all. That's always good news for anywhere really. Again, central southern Wisconsin, we're really looking fantastic right now. It is just a little warmer. We're sitting at 78 right now in Madison. That's a 7-degree jump for where we were at 24 hours ago. So it's pleasant outside. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad warm up just yet, but it is just a little warmer for those of us who prefer the cooler weather. Dew points also creeping up just a little bit. 51 for us in Madison. So it's going to feel just a little more muggy over the next few days as those dew points continue to rise along with our temperatures. Looking ahead to tomorrow, also expecting a warm day with sun and a partly cloudy sky by the afternoon. But otherwise, I mean, a few clouds, that's nothing with all that sunshine out there. We'll switch on over now and take a look at our first alert traffic. First update for the day. Right now, things are looking okay. No major accidents to point out or draw any attention to. The Beltline, as always, going a little slow on the eastbound side, 27 miles per hour near John Nolan Drive. And then you head over towards Fish Hatchery a little quicker, about 34 miles per hour. Downtown still has a few roads that are blocked for certain areas due to some water still on the roadways. But if you are traveling from Janesville to the Beltline, it'll take you about 39 minutes. Middleton to Sauk City, 18, and downtown to Sun Prairie, about 16 minutes. And you're definitely going to need the shades if you're hopping in the car to head on home. I know I'm one of those people, sometimes I leave them like on the table in the apartment. I'm squinting as I'm driving into work. It's pretty bad. It's ridiculous. So don't be like me.
Yeah,
Bring your sunshine.
It was bad this morning. I drove right into the sun.
Yes.
It's still dangerous.
Yes, definitely.
But we like the sun.
I do. I'm a fan of this. Just get your shades.
Thanks,
All right,
Dana.
thanks, Dana.
First and foremost, millions of Americans are bracing for Hurricane Florence.
The storm is heading for the eastern seaboard where evacuations are underway. Mola Lengi reports from Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina.
North Carolina residents heard it straight from the governor. They've never seen a storm like Florence.
It is an extremely dangerous, life-threatening, historic hurricane.
The National Hurricane Center says the size is staggering. It's already a Category 4 hurricane, but could intensify as it passes over warmer waters. Mandatory evacuations began at noon.
Even if you've ridden out storms before, this one is different. Don't bet your life on riding out a monster.
Along with hurricane force winds, the storm surge here in North Carolina could hit 12 feet. And as you can see around me, the beach is already a ghost town. 1 million people are under a mandatory evacuation from Virginia down through the Carolinas, where Florence is expected to strike land early Friday and then stall for days. President Trump has declared a state of emergency.
We have about 1,800 National Guardsmen on duty right now, and we will continue to increase the mobilization as the storm gets closer.
Those who haven't evacuated yet are stocking up. Adam Alt has stayed behind while his wife and kids head inland.
It looks very ominous, and we've been here for 6 years, so I haven't been through one this strong, so, safety first.
And business owners are hoping sandbags and plywood will keep properties safe while they're gone. But with no improvement in the forecast, the the eastern seaboard is bracing for a hard hit. Molengi, WISC News 3.
Forecasters are expecting 10 to 20 inches of rain in some areas.
And while speaking about the preparations for Hurricane Florence, President Trump reiterated that the response to the destruction in Puerto Rico following Hurricane Maria last year, one of the deadliest natural disasters in United States history, was, quote, incredibly successful for his administration.
The job that FEMA and law enforcement and everybody did working along with the governor in Puerto Rico, I think, was tremendous. I think that Puerto Rico was an incredible, unsung success.
More than 3,000 people died in the Maria's aftermath in Puerto Rico, and much of the population was without power for many months after the storm. Well, flooding in Rock County has reached major flooding stages today.
Areas along the Rock River and Lake Koshkonong are at more than 11 feet. Rock County reporter Adam Duxter was at the lake today and joins us from our bureau in Janesville with the latest. Adam?
Well, it is considered major, but the people I talked to today say they feel like they're lucky to have avoided most of the flooding that's hit the rest of the state. County officials I talked to today say that Rock County has not seen the structural damage that some surrounding counties have seen. They told me today that Rock County has used upwards of 20,000 sandbags, but still have had very few calls of flooding in homes. They say after today, levels on the Rock River near Lake Koshkonong will begin to return to normal.
Things are pointed in the right direction. The weather forecast looks good for the next few days. Hopefully we get the opportunity to let these waters recede and things to dry up and get back to more normal fall weather.
Knudsen says the county is not asking to be included in any federal aid the state could potentially have received. But one big thing to look out for if you do live in Rock County is if you've had storm water mixed with your well water. Knudsen says that the water coming in the storm has had a bunch of contaminants in there, and he says if you do have a well that provides your water at home, to be using bottled water for now. He says to pick up a stormwater testing kit, and you can find one of those at the Rock County Health Department.
All right, and coming up at 5?
Coming up at 5, we're going to hear from some of the people who live along Lake Koshkonong, what they have to say about the rising water coming closer to their homes.
All right, we'll see you then. Adam Duxter reporting live from our bureau at the Janesville Gazette. Thank you.
Authorities in Dallas are bracing for more protests over the police shooting death of a black man inside his own apartment. Demonstrations grew tense last night following the release of the officer's arrest warrant, which, according to the warrant, off-duty police officer Amber Geiger told investigators she went to Botham John's 4th-floor apartment believing that it was hers on the 3rd floor. Geiger said the door was ajar and she saw a large silhouette inside. After giving verbal commands that were ignored, she fired her handgun twice, striking and killing the 26-year-old. But attorneys for his family say 2 witnesses told them details that contradict the officer's account.
They heard knocking down the hallway, followed by a woman's voice that they believed to be Officer Geiger saying, "Let me in, let me in."
Officer Geiger, who is charged with manslaughter, insists that she didn't realize she was in the wrong apartment until she turned on the lights. Charges against the officer could be bumped up to murder pending the outcome of a grand jury investigation. Quintez Cephas, the Badgers receiver facing 2nd and 3rd degree sexual assault charges, will go to trial.
Today he had his preliminary hearing after his defense tried to get the criminal complaint thrown out, saying it doesn't tell the full story. Amanda Quintana is live at the Dane County Courthouse with all the details today. Amanda?
Yes, today the judge said that the state does have probable cause to go to trial. But before that, the state and the defense argued that the statements made by the alleged victims were not reliable. Now, the defense is trying to argue that a surveillance video that came from Cephas' apartment shows one of the women walking down the hallway, and she was walking straight, although she said that she was drunk. And a text from the other woman early the next morning asking for an item she might have left there. That proves that they knew what they were doing when they went to have sex with Cephas. When asked how he's doing after the hearing, Cephas says he's great.
I'm innocent. I know the truth. They know the truth. And, I look forward to clearing my name and fighting for who I am.
The state aiming to prove the women could not give consent, and the woman who texted him after the assault could not remember what had happened to her. Now, there has not been a trial date set yet, but when Cephas was asked how he feels about going to trial, because this will probably keep him out the entire Badger football season, that's when his attorneys stepped in and stopped commenting and ended that interview with us. Amanda Quintana reporting. Amanda, thanks.
Families of the victims and survivors gathered for services to honor the nearly 3,000 lives lost during the 9/11 terrorist attack on the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. In New York, victims' family members placed flowers at the Memorial Plaza in Lower Manhattan. Relatives and friends recited the names of all 2,600 people who died in the collapse of the World Trade Center towers. In Arlington, Virginia, survivors and family members laid a wreath at the memorial site there. 184 people died when a hijacked plane slammed into the Pentagon. And in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, President Trump participated in a commemoration ceremony for the victims of Flight 93. All 40 passengers and crew members aboard the plane were killed. And here in Madison, there was also events held to honor the memory of those lives lost on 9/11.
The tragic events have long been an inspiration for first responders. The Madison police and fire departments held an event to honor the fallen heroes from that day. And our Eric Franke is in the newsroom with more details. Eric?
That's right, Susan and Mark. More than 400 first responders died in the 9/11 attacks, and that isn't lost on Madison's own police officers and firefighters, many of whom continue to serve the city 17 years later. This morning, both departments co-hosted a Never Forget blood drive at the Madison Curling Club, now an annual event. Madison Police Department Honor Guard also joined the Madison Fire Department Honor Guard for a special ceremony in observance of 9/11.
It was something so incredibly difficult to grasp, to reconcile, to begin to understand that 17 years thereafter, I think we're still sort of wondering what became of our world as we came to know our society that day.
Chief Mike Koval recognizing all first responders for their valor in the face of that unthinkable tragedy, recalling how those on 9/11 rushed into danger to help those trapped in the towers. Chief Koval adding in his blog as well how we all witnessed incredible courage that day, outpourings of human kindness, fierce solidarity, which will be remembered along with the thousands of innocent lives lost that day. Mark and Susan?
Never forget. Eric Franke live in the News Center. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. And those remembrances were repeated across the nation.
Here are the sights and sounds of the 17th anniversary of the worst terrorist attack in American history. Well, Business Insider reports on the most valuable college majors.
An analysis by Bankrate found actuarial science tops the list. I need to tell my college sophomore this. That's based on an average pay of more than $108,000 and an unemployment rate of 2.3%. The next are zoology and nuclear engineering. Miscellaneous fine arts is ranked least valuable. The major pays an average of $40,000 and has an unemployment rate of more than 9%.
Is journalism in that?
Probably close.
All right, well, stocks moved higher on Wall Street despite trade concerns. The Dow Industrials gained 113 points, ending the day at 25,971. The NASDAQ Composite Index was up 48, and the S&P 500 added 10. Well, September is here, and now is the time to go through your closets and donate your gently used winter gear to help keep families warm this winter.
The 33rd annual, can you believe it,
Wow.
Coats for Kids campaign with our partners Clinky Cleaners, the Community Action Coalition, and Magic 98 is underway. High Point Christian School in Madison steps up every year in a very big way. Corey Lovecheck and Jen Pingle are with the High Point Christian Parent-Student Organization, and they join us live from High Point Christian School. Hi there, welcome.
Welcome, ladies.
Good evening.
Hi,
Thanks for having us.
Great to see you both. Thank you so much for your support every year. Tell us a little bit about why you feel so strongly to get involved with this campaign.
Well, the Bible says that the greatest commandment is to love the Lord our God with our mind and soul and all our strength, and then to love our neighbor as ourselves. So we feel like it's a great way to give back to the community and spread some love in the cold winter here.
There's a lot of ways to do that, but you selected this particular campaign. Why?
Well, it seems like High Point has rocked this campaign since it has started, and we just have a great turnout from the kids and family here at High Point. Last year we had collected 190 winter coats. Now that is just winter coats, that was not mittens, hats, scarves, snow pants, boots, anything like that also. So we have a pretty good turnout every year, and we try to keep going for number one.
That is really amazing, especially considering, Jen, how big is your school? How big is the student body at High Point Christian?
There's 234 students this year, so that's 4K through 8th grade.
So everybody collected more than one coat. That's very impressive.
Almost, yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
So we go by daily through the classrooms. We ask that the homeroom teachers collect the coats and put them outside their classroom door. Jen and I swing by every morning. We grab all the coats, we do count tallies, and then we drop them off daily at Clinky Cleaners to be cleaned. We do a poster so the kids can keep track of which class is bringing in the most coats, and we do a donut party for the winning class. We do one with the middle school and then one with the elementary kids. So that's always a great incentive to bring in more coats.
Plus you get to meet Gary Canal.
Gary Canal, yes, he's handing out an award.
That's right.
And you also mentioned, just besides coats, you need all sorts of winter gear, mittens and snow pants and everything else.
Correct.
Yeah.
We all know that our winter Wisconsins are very harsh and cold. So anything that, your grandparents, your neighbors, aunts, whoever, see if you can go through their closets and clean them out, and we'll take whatever you have.
All right, well, keep up the great work, and hope you're number one again.
Thanks to you guys for all you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can drop off your gently used coats and hats and mittens and scarves at any Clinky Cleaners or the Lucier Family YMCA now through Saturday, October 6th.
And thank you in advance to everybody who's helped us
Absolutely.
all these
33
years.
years, and it's still going strong.
That's true, and there's a real need for it
And
every
grows
year.
every year, yep.
Still to come today at 4, the avocado craze shows no signs of slowing down.
There are now restaurants that see nothing but green.
The restaurant industry is serving up green with this. I'm Gwen Baumgartner in London with how one cafe is putting an avocado twist on classic dishes.
Take a look at this. It's halftime at the USL Las Vegas Lights soccer game. A helicopter dropping $5,000 from the sky. 200 pre-selected fans were on the field to pick up as much cash as they could. The team's owner said $3,000 and $1 bills were dropped, with the remaining $2,000 made up of $2, $5, $10, $20, and even $100 bills mixed in.
I don't know how many they actually caught. Look at it flying. That's tough.
Everywhere.
To the chopper.
It's Tuesday, September 11th. It is National No News is Good News Day.
All right, good night.
Good night.
See you later.
Peace out.
Okay.
It is also Make Your Bed Day. If you always make your bed, it's Don't Make Your Bed Day. Now, have you ever read the book by William McCraven? He's a Navy admiral that he said if you have the discipline to make your bed every day, it's an indicator of your future success.
Well, that explains me.
You don't make your
I
bed?
don't make my bed, no.
Oh, I make mine every day.
You?
Sometimes.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. My mom might be watching, so sometimes.
Mildly successful.
Teenagers, make your bed.
Yes.
All right, it's National Ants on a Log Day. I didn't even know what this was.
Are you serious?
You didn't grow up with ants on a log?
No. I grew up with, I put stuffed olives in celery.
Oh, that sounds
What's that
good.
called?
That sounds good.
With no peanut butter. And of course, my famous cake mix and pickles.
What?
Oh, she
Dry
hasn't
cake
heard
mix
this story.
And pickles. That's what I snapped.
I thought it was cabbage.
Why?
Oh, well, the cabbage too.
And cabbage too.
Yeah.
You would dip
Why?
green cabbage in yellow cake mix.
Was it?
This explains a lot.
And I don't make my bed. So there you have it.
You're doing something right.
This is good.
Yeah.
Nicole said now if moms are real nice, they put some M&Ms in here. No, chocolate.
Chocolate chips.
Chocolate chips.
Chocolate
Yeah,
chips.
now
Specialty
you're
ants.
talking. Yeah,
They're good.
that's a good
This is
idea.
good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Nicole,
Where's Nicole?
Hey
There's
guys.
Nicole.
Hey.
right?
Yes.
Thanks for these.
Yes.
Good
You
job.
like them? They're good?
Yeah,
They
Nicole
look
made these.
beautiful.
All right.
She is. All right.
Instagrammable, even.
Perfect.
We'll enjoy. All right.
All right, so it's a good day for snacks and treats outside. I would recommend sitting out on the patio because right now it is mostly sunny and super pleasant. We are going to continue to see fairly nice weather for us for the next few days. We'll take a full look at the forecast though right after the break. So quite a beautiful phenomenon last night. The northern lights very visible throughout much of the Arctic Circle, even parts of it dropping down and still visible for the northern portions of Wisconsin and even towards the edge of up into Canada as well, just dancing over the skies for several hours last night. The aurora could again be seen lighting up the skies here over the northern edge of Finland just before midnight. And according to a local Northern Lights photographer, this was the best display at what will be a good season for aurora watching. Now, people that actually travel around to go look for auroras, this is a thing, they're called aurora hunters, and it's something that's not predictable long term, but it is predictable in the short term. They're all from sunbeams just bursting out, sending a solar wind towards the Earth. They're just particles coming in. Those sunspots, again, eject the particles out. That solar wind comes right towards our atmosphere, and once we see the sunspots eject those particles, it'll take about 40 hours for them to reach our atmosphere. The particles burn up, and that's what creates the color that we see in the sky. Clear sky means you're going to get a beautiful view of the colors. That's why last night was so nice for us. We had a nice, gorgeous, clear sky overnight. Unfortunately, this is what happens a lot of times the further north you go. That northern climate can get just a little cloudy unpredictably. So if it gets cloudy, then you're not able to see the northern lights. Again, clear for us currently. No rain, barely any clouds forming for us today. A few little spotty clouds just kind of popping up. They're all by themselves, though. No rain again for us in the last several hours throughout most of the Midwest. We've had a dry Tuesday. Very mild outside. Our high pressure has started to shift east, though, so our wind direction is shifting, becoming more southern. So that's why it is a little warmer outside today. Our temperatures climbed just a little bit above average. As far as our hurricane status goes, we're still watching Florence, a very powerful Category 4 hurricane with sustained winds at 140 miles per hour. The storm is going to continue to move west-northwest at about 17 miles per hour. That's a pretty quick pace out in the middle of the ocean. Staying strong all the way up to that Carolina coast. We're looking at late Thursday and Friday, starting to see the impacts and a landfall potential there on Friday. The track keeps shifting a little further north. That's bad news for folks in North Carolina, a little better news for folks in South Carolina. Once it makes landfall, the storm weakens, and then it'll continue to move through just as an area of low pressure, soaking the Carolinas and Virginia. Back here, no rain in the forecast for us for the next several days. It is a little breezy outside right now, though. About 10 miles per hour in Madison, closer to 9 in Janesville. You'll certainly notice it if you're stepping outside. Not exactly a breeze I would want to pedal into on the bike. Maybe have your back to the breeze. It'll make things a little smoother. Overnight, we'll continue to see that southern flow, but mostly clear. So if you are having any late evening Tuesday plans or early morning on Wednesday plans, no rain threats for you. Overnight lows will fall into the 50s. Tomorrow afternoon, plan on a partly cloudy sky. A few more clouds building in for our Wednesday, but not enough to block out the sunshine overall. Thursday also looking partly cloudy for us. Still just a little warm with that southern breeze moving in. The cloud coverage also associated with some higher dew points for us for Tuesday and for Wednesday. Pollen levels remain high for ragweed for both today and tomorrow. Feeling a little itchy, that's who to blame. Otherwise, not too bad outside. Afternoon highs stay close to 78. That is just a little bit above average, but not too bad. Currently, again, sitting right there at where we're at. So our highs where we're at right now, we only go down from here on out. Overnight lows will be in the 50s again, a few degrees warmer than where we're at earlier this morning. Mostly clear and fairly comfortable. Tomorrow, another warm day. Will be in the upper 70s, though, for afternoon highs. Partly sunny, but still very, very mild outside. As we look at the next 7 days, mostly sunny for us by Friday and Saturday. We still have a few clouds hanging out Wednesday and Thursday, but then we hop into the 80s towards the weekend. We stay dry through the weekend. Our next rain threat is going to hold off until the start of next week. Right now, it looks like it's even going to wait until we get closer to Tuesday and into Wednesday morning early on. Overnight lows will also warm up along with those afternoon highs. So by the weekend, we will see our overnight lows in the 60s. We only drop to the 60s rather than dropping into the 50s for us.
Summer's not over yet?
No, not at all. Getting a little bit of it, a little more flavor before we start knocking on fall.
But it's nice no rain for a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need it.
Yes.
All right, Dana.
Continue to hold on to that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dana.
Well, holy guacamole, there are now at least 7 all avocado-themed restaurants in the world.
Avo Bar in London is relying on avocados and the pull of social media to bring in customers. CBS's Gwen Baumgartner has the story.
Avo Bar takes the saying, "You eat with your eyes, to a whole new level.
There we go.
It's a place where customers take more photos than bites, at least initially.
We've had people stand on tables and spend 20 minutes before eating their food.
Chefs spend their time slicing and dicing more than 400 avocados each day, serving up the superfood in every menu option. These women admit they came to the restaurant for an Instagram post.
We want to take a good picture, but food is amazing, really.
The Avo Bun Burger is their most popular item, replacing the bread with a full avocado. And if that doesn't fill you up...
So this is avocado ice cream, and then you put chili flakes on top.
Beetroot powder and chili flakes on top.
That's good.
Liana Kazarian founded Avo Bar, a concept that is already cut into the U.S. market, with restaurants in New York and Florida also showing a healthy appreciation for avocados.
So universally loved, it's so versatile. There's so many great things you can do with it in terms of taste, in terms of health benefits.
With its antioxidants, fiber, and potassium, an avocado-filled meal is an easy choice.
Service, please.
The picture-worthy presentation doesn't hurt either. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News, London.
It doesn't count if it's not on Instagram.
That's true. It's making us hungry, isn't it? The Avo Bar in London is hoping to open more locations in the next few years.
I love avocados.
I do too.
I love that trend. Well, still to come at 4, who doesn't like a good grape?
If your kids are picky, Consumer Reports has some tips on how to get them to eat more fruit. That's coming up next at 4.
A look at the Capitol Square from our Edgewater Skycam. Sunny afternoon in downtown Madison. Well, next to the most popular fruit, apples, kids get a lot of their fruit from juices.
Consumer Reports says fruit juices are not the best choice because they have less fiber and more calories and sugar than eating a whole piece of fruit.
Our Lee Lynchide has Consumer Reports tips for getting your kids to eat more whole fruit.
When your kid eats different types of fruit, it provides her with a variety of healthy nutrients. So switching up the fruit you put in her lunchbox is a good thing. If your child is a picky eater, try these 4 tips to make whole fruits more appealing. 1. Let them pick. Whether it's at the store or a trip to the farmer's market, children are more likely to try something new if they choose it themselves. 2. Make it irresistible. Pack fruit in an interesting way, sliced and packed in a cute container, or kebab them. And kids are more likely to try a new fruit when it's with something they already enjoy.
It's a good idea to mix it up, especially if kids like one fruit over another. Combine bananas with blueberries or apples with pears.
3. Smooth moves. Fruit is so much more fun in a fresh smoothie, made with low-fat or fat-free milk or plain yogurt. And there's an added benefit to eating blended fruits.
Smoothies are better than drinking juice because you get the fiber that's in the fruit.
4. A good rule is fruit first. Before allowing candy, chips, or other less than healthy snacks, urge them to have some fruit first. Chances are the urge for the first snack will subside.
If you put out some clementines or some cut-up peaches, they'll gobble those up and they'll forget about anything else.
And maybe the most important way to get more fruit in your child's diet, setting the example yourself. For WISC News 3, this is Leah Lynchide.
And just how much fruit should your children be getting? Well, Consumer Reports says kids under 4 should eat a cup.
That's right. Children 4 to 13, a cup and a half, and kids 14 to 18 should have 2 cups of fruit a day.
That's not much.
Just dupe them.
That's right. Well, still to come at 4, it was a summer filled with Bucky Badgers. 85 painted Bucky statues showed up all across the Madison area.
Now the summer of Bucky is coming to an end. So what's going to happen to all of those statues? We'll find out when Live at 4 continues.
As usual, if you're heading along the Beltline, things are moving just a little slow right now. Do want to bounce down towards 39. There actually was just an incident on the northbound side. Seems that things have been cleared, but traffic's still moving very slowly. About 8 miles per hour right now. So if you're having to move through 39, if you're planning on traveling north at all, just understand it's going to take you a little longer than usual. Just north of Middleton on parts of 12, heading westbound, slowing down as well at about 17 miles per hour currently. Overall drive times, the Beltline to Janesville will take you just about 29 minutes, Middleton to Sauk City 19, and same time for downtown to Sun Prairie, northbound downtown to Sun Prairie. Overall, things are looking okay other than that incident again that has been cleared on 39. We'll keep a close eye on things for you. That's your first look traffic update.
All right, Dana, thank you. A 90-year-old man with prostate cancer is back on solid ground after rappelling down 38 stories in downtown Denver. Richard Keller was one of more than 160 people who signed up to go over the edge to raise money for the Cancer League of Colorado. Keller says he looks forward to doing this again next year.
Good for him.
Good for him. Well, the seasons are changing, and that means the summer of Bucky love is coming to an end.
The public art project featuring 85 statues of our beloved Buckingham U Badger wraps up tomorrow. So what will happen to all of the Buckies? Kate Dale is the director of marketing for the Madison Area Sports Commission, and she joins us live from Agora Pavilion in Fitchburg in front of Biotech Bucky. Hi, Kate. Thanks for joining us.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Boy, this has been so fun this summer, trying to find all 85 Buckies. How popular has this campaign been?
It's been incredible. I mean, with the love that this community has for Bucky, we knew it'd be somewhat successful, but how well the community has engaged with it, it's been unreal. We are beyond our wildest dreams.
And the artists have been so creative
Yes.
with their creations. It's been stunning.
Yeah, the artists really, they topped the cake. They made this happen. We had 64 artists that came together for all 85 statues, and what they did was truly incredible, and it was a great way for our entire community to come access public art.
Now, what will happen to the Buckies after tomorrow?
That is a very common question. Unfortunately, tomorrow is the end of their time out on parade. We hope that some of them will still stay out or come back out in different places, but the sponsors and the buyers at the auction will make the decision on where they go next. But we really do hope that the few will still be out for you all to enjoy.
So there's going to be an auction?
Yes, on Saturday, September 29th, we'll be hosting the Bucky on Parade finale party at the Kohl Center. Tickets are available at buckyonparade.com. Not only is it a great celebration for the end of the parade and all the summer that it was, but it's where we'll auction off 30 of the 85 statues. So you could own a statue yourself, including the Golden Bucky, which we'll raffle off actually.
And some of them are already sponsored and bought by various organizations.
Correct. 55 of them have already been bought out, so they will be going to their sponsors after the parade.
Boy, that would be something to have. We need one of the Buckies for the newsroom. Wouldn't that be incredible?
Right?
Yeah,
there you go.
So if you're trying to see all 85 Buckies, how much more time do you have to get that done? I understand somebody was just there trying to take a picture with it.
Yeah, I think the craze is on today and tomorrow. You have till end of day tomorrow, or if you really want to get crazy, till 7 a.m. on Thursday morning is when the removal will start. But we will be removing all statues on Thursday. So today and tomorrow, get out there.
Have some been more popular than others?
You know, honestly, it's been great to see. Everybody has a different favorite. There's been a lot that are standing out, but I think all of them have many people who call their favorite. So it's been great to see that.
And some are more visible than others, too.
Yeah, we felt it was important to make sure that all of the statues were surrounded throughout the community. And one great theme that we've heard is it's a great opportunity for people to explore Madison outside of their normal areas. So people are going out on their quest to find them all, and they're going to areas of this community that they've never seen before.
That's a good point. Any chance this would be an annual event, or is this a once in a lifetime
no, I don't know.
No? Yeah, the other $1 million question. As much as we'd love to have this back, it will be a few more years until we bring it back. Maybe one more time again, 5-10 years down the road.
Aww.
We'll see.
And there's a map online if people still want to try and get all 85 in.
Yeah, buckyonparade.com. You can find all the information. And if you find them all, you can stop in our office. There's information on the website to get I Found Them All pin. So it's a great way to celebrate your summer of Bucky hunting.
And
it's been wonderful.
And information on the website
Thank
as well
you.
as in terms of the auction coming up later this month.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Yeah, it has been fun. Been a great summer of Bucky love. Kate, thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much. Great to see you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And we'll be right back with a final check of your forecast. The hits just keep coming here.
Yes, in a good way. It's really nice outside currently. Actually, we're a little warmer today than what we have been for the last few days. That's the thing. We're quite a bit above average, too. So our normal temperatures, if we look back towards Saturday, should have been around 75. We were cool over the weekend, but now we're starting to climb right back on up. That's kind of our midweek trend in the mid to upper 70s today. And by the end of the week, we will be in the 80s. Notice our average temps, though, should put us closer to the low 70s. So it'll be much warmer than where we should be for the middle of September. But by the end of the month, our average temps drop to the mid 60s. So September is one of those months where we rapidly start going right back on down.
But not a lot of humidity.
No, not right now. We'll see it increase a little bit to the start of next week. That's when our next rain chance is going to come in. But 80 degrees and sunny is not too bad as long as that humidity does stay low.
Beautiful. And I assume Florence is going to sort of slow down all the weather.
That's the plan. For us, we're going to keep it off to the East Coast, of course, so it won't be impacting our forecast heading into the weekend. But folks all up and down the East Coast and any travel plans as well, that they will be halted or at least delayed come Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And that way, don't.
Don't. Absolutely not. Would not encourage it at all.
All right, Dana. Thank you.
Thanks, Dana.
Tomorrow here on Live at 4, we're going to get some fall yard tips, cleanup yard tips. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will be here.
That's good. And what else are we going to do? We're going to talk to a world-renowned expert on actually, this is going to be very interesting, on the effort to save the world's wild orangutans. The expert is visiting Madison. We'll have that conversation tomorrow on Live at 4.